ॐ ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्। अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भगवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैः स्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः। यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्मादपरिहार्येते tvam shocitumarhasi. Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyakta nidananyeva tatra ka paridevana आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेनम् आश्चर्यवत् वदति तथैव चान्यः आश्चर्यवत् चैनमन्यः शृणोति श्रुत्वा केनं वेद न चैव कश्चित् देहि नित्यमवद्योऽयम् देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष्य न विकम्पितुमर्हसि धर्माद्धियुत्थात् श्रेयोऽन्यत् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते यदृच्छया चोपपन्नम् स्वर्गद्वारमपावृतम् सुखिनः क्षत्रियाः पार्थ लभन्ते युद्धमीदृशम् अथ चेत्त्वमिमं धर्म्यं संग्रामं न करिष्यसि त्वतः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापमवाप्स्यसि In 27th verse, Bhagavan has said, Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu. One who is born, for such person, mrityuhu is certain, is a definite, and mrutasya cha, one who are already dead, for such people, janma dhruvo, there is a definite, it will give birth. Tasmad apariharyarthe. This is not in our hand. This is a choiceless situation. Then, natvam shochitum arhasi. You should not grieve. You are not deserved to grieve. Then, in 28th verse, we have seen avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyaktanidananyeva tatra ka paridevana. Before birth, all beings are avyakta, are unmanifest. After birth, vyakta madhyani, when we are alive, then vyakta, we are in manifest condition. And after death, again, avyakta, nidhanani. Then when death will come, again we go to the avyakta, tatra ka paridevana. Then what is the reason to grieve? This is the fact. And it is a fact we have to accept. we should not grieve. That we have seen in 28th verse. And then next verse it says, somebody has seen Kashchid enam ascharyavat pashyati. Some person enam atmanam, the self, looks at like a wonder, ascharyavat. And we have seen in detail how teacher can look at Atma as a wonder and how one student can see Atma as a wonder. Same way, Anyaha enam atmanam ascharyavat vadati. Some says this Atma is a wonder. Vadati means it speaks Atma is a wonder. Ascharyavat Ascharyavat cha enam anyaha shrunoti. Somebody listen is the Atma, is a wonder. And last one is Shrutvapi Vedana Cheva Kashchit. Even after having heard, even after having listened, but generally no people can understand what is that. This is called open wonder, open secret. This one interpretation, Shankaracharya ji has given one more. So he is given little bit different. He says, Athava. So in different ways we can look, we can take Yaha ayam atmanam pashyati saha wonder. If one can understand Atma, this is also wonder. Someone who has Atma Gnana, this is also wonder. Yaha vadati, one who speak about Atma, one who says what is Atma, or otherwise we can say one who can unfold Atma, that first Lord. And again Shankaracharya says, Yahacha Shrunoti. Nobody has time to listen. Who is, I think it doesn't work. Galaxy is connected, but it again goes. So Yaha Shrunoti. So one who are listening here, this all are wonder. One who is listening, who is speaking is also wonder, and who understands Atma is also wonder. In Shankaracharya he said, Aneka Sahasreshu Paschit Eva Bhavati. There are very rare who can understand Atma, who can listen Atma, even who can speak about Atma. Everything is very rare. That's why there are thousand and thousand people, only few will come. This is the reason, because it is a wonder, and that's why Durbhudaha Atma iti abhipraya. To understand Atma, it is very difficult. Durbhudaha, that we have seen. And why it is difficult? So I have just written some few lines. It is difficult to understand because Atma is not an object of our sense organs. It is that's why difficult. We try to figure it out through our sense organs only. That's why it is difficult. To see oneself as an all-pervading consciousness, it is not easy to comprehend. People are not easy to understand this. Somebody is highly intellectual person, but someone's emotional quotient and spiritual quotient is not high, is low, then also it is difficult to understand. We have seen IQ We have seen if emotional quotient is not high and one who is not sadhan chatushtaya sampanna, then even if intellectual quotient is high, person cannot understand one's real nature. And fourth one is, without the grace of Ishvara, it is very difficult. In everybody's life, there should be a place for Ishvara. Without understanding Ishvara, having given the space or place in our life, it is very difficult. And to understand Ishvara, one's own life should be synchronized with nature. Otherwise, it is difficult. We should be grateful to Ishvara. And if we are ready to accept nature and people, then mind should be enough broad to accept each and every person and situation. Then only we can understand our real nature. That's why Ashcharyavat Pashyati Kashidena. Again, Bhagavan has picked up only for one same topic, which is we have discussed from 11th to 25th. Again, Bhagavan says, Dehi Nityam Avadhyaha Ayam Dehi Nityam Avadhyaha Dehe Sarvasya Dehe Bharata. So Bharata means, O Arjun, Sarvasya Dehe, in all beings, Sarvasya Dehe, Ayam Dehi. Dehi means one who dwelling inside the body, indweller of the body. This Dehi, Nityam, forever, Avadhyaha, cannot any time to destroy. It is not available for destruction. And therefore, Tvam Sarvani Bhutani Nashochitum Arhasi. And therefore, you should not grieve for all beings. What will happen when they will be killed? Natvam Shochitum Arhasi. Same repetition of this, what we have discussed in from 11th to 25th. So if we take Anvaya, the Anvaya is He Bharata, Sarvasya Dehi. In the body of each and every person, Ayam Dehi, one who indwells, one who dwelling inside the body, Nitya, forever, Avadhyaha, which is not subject to destruction. And Tasmat, for that reason, Tvam, you, Sarvani Bhutani, Nashochitum Arasi. You should not grieve for all beings, including Vishwa and Drona. You should not grieve because one who is sitting inside Avadhyaha. It is not object for destruction. So just to show Dehi Nityam Avadhyaha. So one who is sitting inside, one who is living inside is forever, is not subject to destruction. Why? So I have written at two levels. If we take an Atma as a Nitya, that Atma level, Bhishma and Drona, Ajaha, Nitya, because both are nothing but consciousness. And if we take Vishwa and Drona as a Jivatma, then as a Jivatma level also, Jivatma only Basaon se jirna hai. They only changes the bodies, they never die. So at both level, even relative level or absolute level, Natvam Shojitu Marasi. They never die, they never subject to any type of destruction. You should not grieve. The theme of whole second chapter, I think, start from 11th up to maybe 33. Natvam Shojitu Marasi. You should not grieve. So this is only repetition. But now onwards, next verse, if we see, so swadharmam apicha avekshya na vikampitu arhasi dharmadhi yuddhachi yonyat kshatriyasya na vidyate. Before seeing the translation of this verse, I would like to show something. Can I make it a little bit big? So from 11 to 25th verse, Bhagavan has discussed about the absolute Swarupa of ours. What is our real nature has been discussed between 11 to 25th verse. From 26th to 29th verse, we have seen if we are not able to accept our real nature, the Bhagavan literally go down and he has discussed we are nothing. If Jivatma, then Jivatma also Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Mari. Now, Bhagavan has again go down little bit. He says from 31 up to 34th verses, Bhagavan will discuss at the dharma point, Natvam Shochidumarth. So at the Atma point, as a consciousness level, Natvam Shochidu Arhasi. At Jivatma level, Natvam Shochitum Arhasi. Now Bhagavan is discussing, even at the standpoint of Dharma level, you should not grieve. In fourth, it will be Bhagavan discussed from 35th to 37 verses. It is the discussion from the Laukik standpoint. Laukika means local people, about the how local people talk. So all four levels, Bhagavan says, Natvam Shochitum Arhasi. So now Bhagavan will discuss at Dharma standpoint and to tell Arjuna, you should not grieve at Dharma. Then we have to understand what is the meaning of Dharma. Because Bhagavan says, Swadharmam api avekshi. This verse will come later. But I have written the first meaning of Dharma we can take as a responsibility and duties first. And what is Dharma? So we know there are four varna. Brahmanaha, Kshatriyaha, Vaishyaha and Shudraha. So if we take Dharma of all four varnas, we know is a Brahmana, Pathanam, here Pathanam, Yajanam, Yajanam. So as a Brahmana, one has to study the scripture and then have to even share the meaning of the scriptures to the people. Yajanam, Brahmana should do yagna also, and he helps other how to perform yaga. It's called yajana. Brahmana can also do contribution and Brahmana can receive the contribution. So Pathanam, Pathanam, Yajanam, Yajanam, Danam, Pratigraha. These all are the responsibility and dharma of Brahman Varna. If we see what is the dharma of Vaishya, so I just written Vanijyam means commerce, Go Seva. We can protect the cow, it will come even agriculture, everything comes under Vaishya. And what is the Shudra? Then do Paricharya of other people are called Shudra dharmas. Then what is the dharma of Kshatriya? So the duty of Kshatriya means protection. Rakshanam, Rakshanam of what? So I have written, Kshatriya has to protect Veda, Kshatriya has to protect Brahmana, and Kshatriya has to protect Vedic dharmas. All our culture should be protected by Kshatriya only. And what is the phala? What is the result? If Kshatriya protects this Brahmana, Veda and Vedic dharma, then Shastra says, phalam is, if Kshatriya is alive, if Raja, king is alive, then phalam he will get kingdom. If another Kshatriya, his minister, somebody else, then definitely that person will get good position in the society. But if person dies while protecting dharma in battlefield, then what will happen to that person? That person definitely will get swarga. It is given in Shastra. If person is like Kshatriya. So nowadays our military people are called the Kshatriya because they are protecting our nation. And I know some military person or some Navy people, when we have discussed them, then they always say, we are always waiting for war. They say always we are waiting for war. Without war, they don't like to retire. Sometimes after 20 years there is a no war, then they are retired, but they say we always would like to fight for our nation. This is called Kshatriya. And from that standpoint of view, now Krishna is addressing Arjuna. So this is your dharma. That's why Bhagavan says, Swadharmam api avekshya. Again, I have written here in second chapter, 8th verse. You must all must you have remembered. We have seen this verse. And Bhagavan was telling, Arjuna has told to Lord Krishna, I have too much shoka. So I have too much sorrow. And this sorrow cannot be gone if you give me the whole kingdom of this earth, and if you offer me even the kingdom of Indra. But this sorrow, it just dried my all Indriya sense organ, that won't go. So at that time also I have told Bhagavan has to do two jobs for Arjuna. One, he has to remove sorrow of Arjuna. At the same time, he has to tell Arjuna what is your swadharma. So until now, Bhagavan says, Nanu Shochanti Pandita. One who is Atma Gnani should not grieve. At Atma level, you should not grieve. Even at Jivatma level, you should not grieve. And even now at the Dharma level, Bhagavan says, you should not grieve. And why? So now Bhagavan is discussing. So again I have, so point one, Bhagavan has discussed, Nanu Shochiti Pandita, at 11 to 25th verse. Being Atma, Nityaha, Atma being Nirvikari, Sat, all pervading, there is a no death of Atma, therefore, Nanu Shochintu Pandita, we should not grieve. Now at second level, Jivatma level. Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityuhu dhruvam janma mritasya cha, and therefore punarapi jananam punarapi maranam, we won't die. That's why natvam shochitam arasi. For Jivatma there is a no death. That's what we have seen. Na anushochanti panditaha. Now third one, swadharmam api aveksha na vikampitu arhasi. So we are seeing this verse. So Bhagavan says, having looked at your own duties, swadharma, you should not waver. And why? So swadharmam api aveksha na vikampitu arhasi, because dharmat yuddhat shreyaha anyat kshatriyasya na vidyate. So Bhagavan says, having looked at your duty, you should not deserve to well, because kshatriyasya na vidyate anyat shreya. There is a no better thing is for kshatriya. Kshatriyasya anyat shreya. For kshatriya, there is a no other good thing compared to dharma yuddha. Dharma yuddha. This yuddha, this Mahabharata war, it is not away from dharma. Dharma anapetam, it is called dharmya, which is not away from dharma. If somebody has to kill for our sake, then it is adharma. But this is for dharma fight. That's why Bhagavan says, dharmat yuddhan anyat shreyaha kshatriyasya na vidyate. So again I am told there are one shabda is called dharma. In this dharma word is very confusing because dharma has many meanings. Dharma word has many meanings. One I have told, I think we have not seen here. It is called Samanya Dharma. It is called dharma. In Kathopanishad, Yama Dharma Raja has said Atma is a dharma. Third meaning of dharma is called Punya Papa. Fourth meaning of dharma is called Vishesha Dharma, Vishesha duties. Fifth, it is not here, but that's why this fifth is called Atmagnana. And in the 9th chapter, 3rd verse, Bhagavan says, 1 minute, Pashyatadana Purushaha Dharmasyasya Parantam. It is in 9th chapter, 3rd verse. A people who doesn't have Shraddha for this Atma. Then Bhagavan says, Mrityu Sansar Vartvani, they will keep on going. At that time, the meaning of this dharma, Shankaracharya ji has written, this meaning of dharma is called Atmagnan in 9th chapter. So the meaning of 5th of dharma is Atmagnanam, and 6th meaning is called religion. People ask, are you following Shaiva Dharma, Vaishnava Dharma? Pani, water. So the 6th meaning of dharma is religion. So here Bhagavan is discussing which type of dharma. So we have to see the context. So first, what is the meaning of Samanya Dharma? So I have just written, this is the common definition of dharma. Nobody need teaching for the Samanya Dharma, and definition is Swatmani Pratikulani Anyesham na Achare, which we don't like, we should not do for others. This is called universal dharma. It is called Samanya Dharma for each and every people. Even need not to teach. This is called Samanya Dharma. Another dharma, Yama Dharma Raja has given the name Nahi Suvigneyam Anuhu Esha Dharma. Esha Dharma means Esha Atma. Anuhu is very subtle. Na Sugneyam. It is very difficult to understand. At that time, the meaning of Dharma is equal to Atma. In 18th chapter, every day we are chanting Swadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja. At that time, the meaning of Dharma is Punya Papa. So Sarva Dharman, I think 18th chapter, 66th verse. Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Again, Vishesha Dharma. Then what is the Vishesha Dharma? So Bhagavan has given in 3rd chapter, 35th verse. Swadharme Nidanam Shreyaha Paradharmaha Vayavaha. This is called Swadharma, our own duties. 5th, Atmagnanam, which I just now I have told, it comes in 9th chapter, 3rd shloka. In 6th one is religion. This is also wrong, but people used to use this word. I am following Vaishnava Dharma, Shakta Dharma, Shaiva Dharma, all are called Dharma. But among all dharmas, so there are many interpretation of Dharma. So Bhagavan is discussing which Dharma. So here Bhagavan is discussing Swadharma. And what is Swadharma? So again, I have shown you So what is the Swadharma of each and every? It is also given in last chapter, 18th chapter of Bhagavat Gita. So this is Pathanam Pathanam, Yajanam Yajanam, Danam Parigraha. It is called specific dharma of each and every one. This is called Vishesha Dharma. Vaishya, Krushi, Go, Rakshya, Vanijya, Vishesha Dharma. Krushi means agriculture, protection of cow, Vanijya, all type of business. Vaishya, Paricharyatmaka Karma, it is called Vishesha Dharma. We are interested in Kshatriya Dharma. Then what is the Kshatriya Karma and particularly Vishesha Dharma or Swadharma? So Shauryaha, Tejaha, Dhrutihi, Dakshyam, Yuddhe, Apalayanam, Danam, Ishwarasya Bhava. All are called Kshatriya Dharma. Shaurya is called valor. Tejaha, brilliance. Dhruti, perseverance. Dakshyam is a skill, how to fight. Is called Dakshyam. Yuddhe apalayanam, should not run away from the battlefield. Kshatriya Dharma, Danam, contribution, leadership, all are called Kshatriya Dharma. And now Bhagavan says, you are Kshatriya, you do your duty. And again I have written here, what is the duty of Kshatriya is protection. What today morning I was telling, Rakshitaha Dharmaha, Rakshati. And what is our Dharma? In general, is given in our Taittiriya Upanishad. Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava, Satyam Pada, Swadhyaya, Ma Pramaditavya. This valuable teaching is told by Brahmanas only. And when Brahmana is teaching, and this Brahmana are in fear, so what is the duty of Kshatriya means he protect Brahmana, and through by protecting Brahmana, he is protecting Dharma. This is the duty of Kshatriya. So that's why the duty of Kshatriya is to protect the Brahmana, to help Brahmana, so they can teach to the society what is the Dharma, and to protect the Dharma. And this Kauravas, Bhishma, Drona, all are never following Dharma. Actually, particularly, Kauravas are not following Dharma. To punish them is the duty of Arjuna as a Kshatriya. That's why Bhagavan says, Swadharma api avekshya. This is your Swadharma, your duty. Even Bhishma Drona, we think they are very good people. Still, Bhishma arthasya dasaha aham. He spoke in Mahabharata, I am the slave of this all comfort. Duryodhana give me so much comfort, so I am slave to the Duryodhana. In same way, even Dronacharya also. So what will the result of following one's own duty? So I have written, if person is alive, definitely Arjuna will get kingdom, and Arjuna will die, then will go to Swarga. And that's why you should not grieve. All the level, you should not grieve. Again, Sadharmam api avekshya na vikampetum arhasi. Because dharmyat yuddhat anyat. There is no better thing other than this righteous war. Kshatriyasya na vidyate. There is no better than this. And if Arjuna asks, because Arjuna is also studied, no? So he may ask, Ahimsa Parmo Dharma. And in this battlefield, there is a only hinsa will be started, then what to do? That's why I have written here, there are general rules also and some are exception rules. Satyam Vada is general rule. Suppose to speak truth means Satyam Vada is a general rule. But if some patient is suffering for cancer and in front of him, if we say, oh, you have cancer, now only 1 month, you will die. Satyam. But we should not tell like this. So we have to say whatever to be told, but we should not say, now you will die within 2 or 3 months. Satyam, it is not applicable. This is called exception rule. Suppose person should follow a traffic rule. This all signals. That traffic rule, every person who has vehicle, they have to follow. But this 108 ambulance, if person is serious inside, ambulance never follow traffic rule. Same way, what is the dharma of doctors? They have to save life and organs of the patients. But if patient has diabetes, he has gangrene, then what doctor does? Amputation of that organ. Amputation means to cut out. It's also exception rule. In same way, ahimsa paramo dharma is a samanya rule. We should not do any violence. But if people are not following dharma, then to give them punishment is also exceptional rule. Arjuna has to follow this rule. So ahimsa paramo dharma, but for unrighteousness people, capital punishment is the rule. So this for Arjuna, this is the righteous war. This is called dharma yuddha. That's why dharmya yuddhat anyat shreya. And what is the definition of kshatriya? So I have written kshatat adharmat trayate iti kshatriya. In kshatriya there is a ksha. The meaning of ksha means adharma. One who protect us from adharma, it is called kshatriya. So kshatriya means paritranaya. That's why paritra. This tra meaning is trayate. Kshatat trayate iti kshatriya. One who can protect us from adharma. This is called kshatriya. Now if we take this, now Swadharma apicha aveksha. This is called Swadharma of Arjuna. Swadharma, being Kshatriya, he should fight. And why he should fight? Because being Kshatriya, he has to protect all righteous people from adharma. That's why Bhagavan says, Swadharmam api aveksha. Having analyzed one's own duty, Kshatriya duty means to re-establish dharma. That's why vikampitu na arhasi. You should not waver. You should be firm in your decision. And because he means because dharmyat yuddhat anyah shreyah. Because for Kshatriya there is no other chance. There is no other good thing for righteousness. This is the good thing for Arjuna, any Kshatriya. And that's why I have written Dharmat Anapeta, it is called Dharmya, which is not away from Dharma. This war is Dharmya war. And the meaning of Dharmya means which is not away from Dharma, it is called Dharmya. Bhagavan says, Kshatriyasya na vidyate. For Kshatriya, there is no better thing except other than, anyat means other than, to fight for dharma. This is the meaning of Swadharmam chapi avekshya navikampitu arhasi. And again, being Kshatriya, follow one's own duty, you need not to grieve. By following duty, you will get punya only. This is the whole Shreya. So Swadharma is called Dharma Yuddha, and this is called Shreya for Kshatriya. Here the meaning of Shreya is not Atmagnan, or here the meaning of Shreya is not Moksha. Here the meaning of Shreya is mere good, better. So Swadharma is a Dharma Yuddha, and the Dharma Yuddha is no better good for this Kshatriya. So Bhagavan has now come into Swadharma level. In 32nd, in 32 verse, Bhagavan says, Yadrachaya chopapannam svargat dvaram apavrutam sukhinaha kshatriyah partha labhante yuddhamidrusha. Yadrachaya, without any expectation, just by chance. Swamiji has written, but Yadrachaya means without any expectation, Swargadvaram, Apavrutam. Apavrutam means it will be opened. Gate of Swarga, Upapannam. You will definitely get Swarga and the door will be open. In Sukhinaha, here the meaning of Sukhinaha is lucky. Lucky Kshatriyas only will get Idrusham Yuddham. This Dharma Yuddham will only get by one lucky. This lucky Kshatriya definitely get this type of Yuddha, Dharma Yuddha. So actually, this is the answer of Arjuna's argument in first chapter. I will show. But this is the Anvaya. Partha Yadruchaya Upapanna. Without any effort, you will get, and what you will get? Apavrutam Swargadar. Open the door of the heaven. Sukhinaha Kshatriya Idrusham Yuddham Labhanti. The lucky Kshatriya definitely will get such type of war. Idrusham is such. We have not seen first chapter, but in first chapter, Arjuna has argued one. In first chapter, he says, if I will kill Kauravas, then what will happen? All dharmas, manushyanam, kula dharmanam, utsana. So if all men will be killed inside the battle, then this kula dharma will be destroyed. Nobody is there to do, like if son has died, then who will do tarpana? Is sachara kula dharma. So Arjuna says, Manushyanam kula dharmanam utsana will be destroyed. If this war will possible, in this war, many men will be killed. And if men will be killed, then all different type of kula dharma people cannot follow, then all this kul dharma will be destroyed. And a people whose kul dharma are destroyed, such people has to live in Naraka. He said, Narake nedam vasaha anusrushum. I have heard that this person has to live for indefinite time in Naraka. This is Arjuna's argument in first chapter. For that, Bhagavan is given in this verse answer. Person won't go to Naraka, but person will go to Swarga. Because Arjuna is doing his own Swarga. So this is the answer. Bhagavan says, no Narake niyatam vasaha, but Swarga dvaram apamritam. If Kshatriya, if died inside the battlefield, and particularly Dharma Yuddha, then definitely it will go to Swarga. There is no doubt about it. Partha means a son of Prutha, Yadruchaya Upapannam, without any doing effort, Upapannam Yadruchaya by luck. Svargadwaram apavrutam. If you will die, then the door of Swarga will be open for you. Kshatriyaha Sukhinaha. These lucky soldiers or Kshatriya, only they will get Idrusham Yuddham. There is one story. It is right or I don't know, but I have heard the story. One person was died and he went to Swarga. So he says, there is in Swarga, the door was closed because Swarga Dwaram Apavratam. So I heard this story. He says the door was closed and it was a long queue. All people are waiting when this door will open. So it says there is a big door, there is also one small window. From small window, one watchman or Dwarapala, he just come out his face and he is asking something. Then one long queue, one person is saying, Jivatma, whatever. But this queue, so one person turn has come. Before that person, if we say there are two men are standing. So first person's turn comes, he just knocked the door. Then this window opened. And that Dwarapala has asked, from where are you? Then he says, I am from Earth. Because many people from different planets must be coming. So he says, I am from Earth. Then he says, what you have done in Prithvi, what you have suffered, which type of pain you have gone through. He has asked. Then that person says, I am married. He says only, I am married. So immediately the door has opened. One elephant comes and he has given a good reception and he went inside. This person went inside. He had just told, I am married. Then again door closed. So this man, he has seen all drama. Again his turn comes and he was standing here because he went inside. Then this man's turn comes. Again he knocks the door. Again that window opens and that person asks, from where are you? He has answered saying, I am from Earth. Then again he has asked, which type of pain you have suffered in this life? So he said, I have married twice. Because he says one person is married, so he is getting good reception. Then he says, I am married twice. Then door closed, window closed, and then Dwarpala says, we have no time for foolish. And immediately door is closed. So because if person has suffered, then why should he marry second time? That's why it's foolish. Same way Bhagavan says, if you are lucky, that's why Swarga Dwaram Apavrutam. Sukhina. These all are lucky people. For them, Swarga Dwara Apavrutam. That's why Bhagavan says, Swadharma api aveksha na shochitum arhasi. You should not believe either you will get kingdom or you will go to Swarga. Both choices are very nice for you. Nattam shochitum arhasi. 33rd verse we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru